Hi, my name is Olivia. I'm founder of GetFaceFit, and I'm here today with Dr.Tonar Cosmetics to show you how I prep my skin every morning using those products in combination with my signature face massage techniques. And I would also really like to mention that this is not just the skincare routine for me, it's also time for self-care and connecting with myself before a busy start to the day. Alright, so I just finished cleansing my skin, and before applying any serum, I highly advise you guys to keep your skin damp, almost like you're coming fresh out of the shower, because when you leave it damp, your serum will always absorb way better and faster and just keep your skin more hydrated throughout the day. So I use this hyaluronic acid called Boost by Dr.Tonar, which is great. It's packed with antioxidants, B3, B5 vitamins. So I typically apply 1 to 2, maybe 3 drops. So I rub the product onto my hands and go straight into lymphatic drainage. So with L-shaped sweeps, really light pressure, you then move your hands from your cheeks down to your collarbones. I typically do 5 moves, which really helps me to boost my lymphatic system, wake up the cells sitting underneath my skin, and prep my skin before going into the day cream. The boost is all absorbed into my skin now. We finished applying the serum and we're moving over to the day cream. So there again, this cream is super rich, you don't need a lot at all. So typically I use 1 to 2 max, because this cream is extremely rich and doesn't need more than 2 drops. Quick tip, if you actually put the serum inside the cream, it blends really powerfully and absorbs much better into the skin, because you bring moisture into the whole texture. So then I gently first tap the product onto my face. In winter my skin tends to get much drier, so I already need more. So 2 more. I put in a drop of the serum and tap it in. Make sure you cover the whole face and the neck. So, step 3, the eye cream, which is one of my favorite Dr.Tonar products. It's really important that you apply the under eye area extremely gentle, because we have retaining ligaments sitting here, so we never want to pull or drag or really use firm pressure. So you see, I'm first distributing the product. I also like to use tiny bit on my upper eyelid, because you know the lids have skin as well and we often neglect this part. Now the product is evenly out distributed on my skin, and here, because I always like to massage my under eye area, so here I typically use a tiny drop of the lift oil, because you never want to drag or tear your skin while performing an eye massage. So here again I gently apply the lift oil underneath the eye area, also covering the upper lid. And then I start going into an under eye massage. So in the morning, because I want to really bring blood flow to this area to kind of stop the dark circles from appearing and just really kind of waking my eyes up. So I make a finger hooked shape and I kind of work my way with the product from the inside of the eye to the outside. So you can really see I'm almost pushing the lymph fluid from one side to the other, helping me to depuff this area. Depending on how I look and how much time I have, I spend, quite 5 minutes on my eyes. The oil is great because it gives you such a nice slip, and it's packed with Q10, the coenzyme that our skin really needs. It has squalane in it. It's just amazing for this type of massage. So then I finished one side and I do the same, lifting the upper eyebrow. So again, I make a finger hook with my fingers and I apply pressure. Always make sure that you go deep into the muscle and you lift, going all the way to the temples. Here, you're allowed to put more pressure because we're working with the muscle. This will give you a nice kind of eyebrow lift effect as well. And it feels extremely comfortable because you're working your acupressure points at the same time. So it's kind of, you know, I like to spend my skincare routine also like a self-care because you really connect to your face, you get to know your products, and you know, whatever you do with intention, it kind of always works best. So let's move over to the other side. Rule number one is always, you need to remember when you're working with your eyes, doesn't matter if you finish or start one side, you always need to make sure that you still have enough of the product left on your skin because you never want to drag or tear the skin, especially when it comes to the area around your eyes. So since I'm still good on moisture and, you know, texture, you will feel it, I go in again with my hooks. So I really gently start moving lymph sitting underneath my eyes towards from one side to the outside. And at the end, feel free to give yourself like a little lift, you know, and always finish here at the temples. You can also basically do it both at the same time, you know, it's really up to you how much time you have and how you prefer working with your base. So now the last part is left is here, the brow part. So again, we take a finger hook and with like pressure here, we pick up that muscle. So the muscle is the corrugator muscle. So it sits like this and it holds your eyebrows. So we really want to like pick it up and with pressure and intention, massage it and lift it towards the temple. This one is really relaxing because, as I said, you have acupressure points sitting here, so you could almost fall asleep again. And you really see, I mean, you can't see it, but I'm just telling you again to really apply pressure here. I'm just showing you techniques that I'm using, but you can lift that muscle also using just one finger, right? And always lifting, sculpting towards the temple. So we reached the final and fourth step of my morning routine, which is my favorite step, where we go into a full lower face workout using the lift oil. 1, 2. You don't want to apply too much oil because then you're just gliding, which is, you know, counterproductive. So I apply the product onto my knuckles as well and go straight into some knuckling motion. So with having the oil distributed onto your knuckles, upper hands, you start massaging the oil onto your lower face in circular motions, working it deep into the skin layer. Here you can go either fast, you know, the faster you go, the more blood flow to the skin, the more nutrients come to your skin, the better, right? But I typically start off slow. It's like a little warm-up before I go into the sculpting section. Work here around the nose as well and on your forehead. And then I go into a pinching motion. So I take, you know, my middle finger and my thumb and I start pinching. So we really want to pinch away here. You can already see I'm getting like red spots because blood is flowing through my face here, which is what we want. Here again, you can also do it on your forehead. Again, it takes time to get used to this move. I'm really fast because, you know, I've been doing it quite a long time now. So I would say like 60 seconds. You can repeat times 3, however long you have time. Okay, so now let's go into some lower face sculpting. Typically in the morning, I either focus on my upper face or lower face. You know, the lower face tends to need a bit more help. It's really important, now we're going into the muscle work. So whatever you do, we're really working with this connective tissue, with the skin tissue. So we're really digging deep into the muscle tissue, and we want to avoid kind of doing this, because this doesn't get you anywhere. Okay, so since I'm feeling those hook movements today, let's do some hooking motions also on the lower face. So I typically hold my, for support, I would hold my chin with my other hand. Then grab the thumb sitting underneath my jaw, because I want to sculpt the jaw at the same time as my lower face. Then I hook with my index finger onto the chin, and I start gliding towards the ear. Okay, so you can really see how much skin I'm picking up. I'm actually picking up the skin. This is all connective tissue that gets stuck. So how we kind of start losing elasticity and collagen in our skin is because, imagine you're talking all day, you're eating, and your muscles get tense, right? So we want to release the tension. That's why we massage, and you see how much I'm taking with my lip, gliding outside. Here a lot of people feel pain, which is normal. We have a muscle sitting here called the masseter muscle, which is the biggest muscle in our whole body, responsible for chewing. So sometimes you will feel like you're getting stuck here, which is normal, but spend more time massaging that area. So I typically do 10 of those movements, and I sculpt away. Then I move on to the other side, hold my chin for support, and go the other way. And please look how I'm also taking care of my double chin here. 4, really picking up under the chin area as well. 5, 6, a lot of pressure. It's like I'm going full force. 8, 9, 10. If you're lazy, you can also do it at the same time, right? I'm kind of used to working my face, so I typically just do this. Both at the same time. Again, 10 reps and repeat times 3, so 30 reps. So then I kind of covered my jaw. Bear in mind that this move that I just showed you works really well for people that are kind of starting to see their mouth corners droop, right? Because we're picking up, elongating, lengthening the muscle. That's the whole purpose of this exercise. So then, since we're still in the lower face, I kind of like to do sweeps across my chin to kind of help move the lymph away from my double chin. So a lot of people get this little, double chin. Sometimes it's not even a double chin, it's just lymph that kind of collects itself here. So what you can do to help remove this is by performing sweeps underneath your chin. So again, I'm applying more oil because I feel like my skin needs more grip, because remember, we never want to work dragging or pulling the skin. So now I kind of, half of my hand or palm I use, and I start gliding away, covering the whole part of my chin. I know it's a bit maybe difficult for you to see, but I really work my way into this bag here. I finished one side and I'm doing the other side. So again, with this part of your palm, however big your palm is and how big this part is, because you need to kind of feel it out yourself. Slide towards the ears, down the neck, moving that lymph. Let's always remember when we're moving this lymph that we move it towards the ears, because this is where the lymph flows down then. We don't want to kind of stop here because you're not moving anything. So moving, moving, moving behind the ears, gliding down to the collarbones. Then I think I need to jump soon. So I think I'm gonna finish this last step working my cheeks. So again, we're applying a few more drops, covering the whole face, the lower face, and working your way underneath the cheekbone. So here, I use my fingers and I start with my nose, literally here, glide down the side of my nose, hugging the cheek underneath, finishing off at the ears. I'm going with quite a lot of pressure here. You can see how I'm like pulling everything down to really grab my cheekbone here. And what a lot of people will feel here again is like this connective tissue, which is called fascia, stuck here. So see, I'm going until here and I'm a bit stuck, so I need to further massage it out. It's like going to any massage, you know, you'll have knots also in your face, which we want to massage out. So I typically do 10 moves like this. So with the last step, we're doing the hooking motion again. So you take your finger, you make a hook, start at the beginning of your eyebrow, and then you glide pretty slowly. And when you reach your nostril, you turn your finger, because it makes your cheek hook easier. Hook underneath the cheek and glide towards the ears. So again, we're working with intention and pressure. We're twisting, turning, and finishing off above the ear. Typically I do 10 of those on each side. So again, on the other side, hook with your index finger, starting off here, beginning of your eyebrow, twist, and up, down the ear. If you don't have so much time, we're doing it at the same time. So we start at the eyebrow, down the nose, twisting and sculpting away. Twisting and sculpting. So this was my morning routine using all of these 4 products. I mean, it shouldn't really take you more than 5 minutes. You can of course spend more time on your skin and just really make sure you work with intention and spend time getting to know the products and really understanding how your face works, and also getting used to working out your face, getting to know your hands, and kind of connecting with yourself. So for the evening night routine, I typically use all of the same products, except I switch the day cream for the night cream, which is an amazing night cream because it has glycolic acid in it, which is great for renewing the cells at night. So here I would typically just use a little bit of cream, again, maybe 1 or 2 drops, and work the night cream. It's much thicker in texture than the day cream. And then you would basically tab it and work it into your skin. Followed by, you know, you can, because we did like a lower face workout in the morning, we could, you know, do an upper face workout with the oil for the night routine. But important step is that we use the night cream instead of the day cream.